It's been getting quite busy recently.
I guess I'll host an expedition at the Adventurers Guild.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
I guess I'll host an expedition at the Adventurers Guild.
Rocket nuts.
Oh, it's you! Over here! Over here!
It's Sarah from the Good Hunter!
Should be working, but there's
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the adventure.
Say fire, reply low. Saying sorry for now. I'll finish this one, which is the story quest, and then I'll do the Ascension mission.
Oh, finally, I caught you!
This way. Then I'll go to Sumeru.
I have something I'd like the Knights of Favonius to do for me, and I want you to pass on my request to the Acting Grand Master.
Oh, so it's Jean you were really hoping to see.
You are close with her. Well, I heard she has a lot of respect for—
Anyway, what was it you wanted us to tell Jean?
Oh, yes. I must apologize for being unable to visit the Knights in person, but the restaurant has been so busy lately. Unfortunately, it's right in this busy season that the route between here and Springvale, which is used for the delivery of our ingredients, seems to have been occupied by the Hilichurls. The problem is that the suppliers in Springvale say that deliveries have nothing to do with them. They're just responsible for selling us the ingredients. That would be great. Please, ask Master Jean to send a party to clear out the Hilichurls from the road to Springvale. Help at last. With Jean on the case, this will be solved in no time. Thank you.
Seems like everyone really trusts Jean.
Oh, I nearly forgot. Charles the bartender said he's been having some trouble too. Why don't you stop by and see him on the way?
Fine. In for a penny, in for a pound, just a Paimon way. But this is really stretching the definition of on the way, in my opinion.
What do you think this is, kiddo? A fruit juice store?
How rude! Especially since we're here to help.
Help? Oh, yes. You're the acting Grandmaster's new hotshot helper, aren't you?
That's one way of...
Great. Tell Jean I need my quarterly tax return forms then. It's time to get Eleazar on to doing the accounts again. I must say, though, the tax rate on alcohol in Mondstadt is pretty steep. That's mostly down to Master D-Luke's successful business model.
Why are the accounts with Jean? Does she do bookkeeping now, too?
Acting Grandmaster Jean personally goes over all the accounts. After all, the wine industry is Mondstadt's main source of income. Jean takes great pains to make sure no detail is overlooked.
Paimon never knew that. Jean's job is even harder than it seems.
The acting Grandmaster's hard work indeed makes our lives a whole lot easier. We're certainly very lucky, but to put it bluntly, we just take it for granted that that's the norm now.
Wow. How do you sleep at night knowing how much pressure you...
When you put it like that, I do feel quite ashamed. I suppose I should give her one on the house next time she's here. Although, I doubt the acting Grandmaster even has the time to spare for that.
Sounds like a poor excuse to deny Jean a free drink. Come on, let's go and see Jean.
Apa?
Come take part in the Knights of...
Hey, you two!
Margaret? What are you doing here?
My cat's gone missing. Have you seen it? No, not her. I imagine Diona's probably still in the tavern. I mean, little Princey. Prince was just home, now he's gone.
Did you seriously think Diona was a house cat?
This is a bit worrying. What if Prince can't find his way home?
Nah, you're always such a big softie. But aren't we? Sarah and Charles need our help urgently, too.
You're on the way to see Jean? What a coincidence.
Paimon thought you were looking for a cat.
Yes, I wanted to see if Jean could help look for my cat.
Seriously? You want Jean to help look for your cat?
What's wrong with that? Jean's a really nice person. Please mention it to Jean from me. I'll treat you to a brew at Cat's Tail later.
Hey! Hey! Unbelievable! Guess the case of Prince the Missing Cat is now added to the agenda for our meeting with Jean. Acting Grandmaster? Oh, Master Jean?
Oh, it's our honorary knight. Sorry, I must have been daydreaming. How can I assist?
Actually, it's not us who need your help. It's a bunch of other people.
I see. Well, Thank you for your service. I have made a note of these commissions in my files accordingly.
Great! We didn't miss out on anyone's commission. Sarah's Hilly Churls, Charles' tax return, Margaret's cat. Seems that's everything. We'll be on our way then, Jean. Jean, are you okay? How's Jean holding up? Is it serious?
It's just burnout from work stress. She'll be fine after a good old rest. Thanks for bringing her here. She may have tried to keep soldiering on otherwise.
It's not a surprise, though. She does have a lot to get through every day.
Poor Jean. She's always been one to push herself too hard while overlooking her. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Oh, you think so? I mean, she's the acting Grand Master and all. We can't have her collapsing all the time now, can we? So you know, it's not like this is a personal thing. It's just...
What's up with Barbara?
Anyway, you're an honorary knight, aren't you? While the Master is down, the knights should...
That's a very good point, but shouldn't one of the fully...
Jean has so much to do. And you should go and check in at the headquarters.
Paimon feels like she's trying to...
Why is that?
Nothing. We'll leave you to it. Come on, let's...
The breeze is making me sleepy.
Come take part in the
Oh,
night-
it's Kaya!
I've been waiting for you. I have been informed about Jean falling ill. On behalf of all of the Knights of Favonius, allow me to express my sincere gratitude for your assistance.
So courteous and polite. This isn't the Kaya Paimon knows.
Well, the circumstances warrant it. This is the acting Grand Master herself we're talking about. Now, in addition to that thank you message, there was one other thing. It's like you read my mind. We have quite a connection, don't you think?
Things like helping to fill in for Jean.
Right. Although the commissions you reported to Jean have already been handed off to someone else, I am concerned that they will not be handled with due care without Jean's personal touch. So I am hoping that you can help out where you see fit. I will feel much more at ease knowing that the honorary...
You can flatter us all you want, but answer me this. Why don't you do it?
Oh, I have far more important matters to attend to. There are so many things to prepare.
Fine then. So it's Sarah?
Those are the ones. I appreciate the help. See.
So, yours is the cat that went missing.
Venti! Have you come to help?
Me here to help you? Why, on the contrary, it is I who needs the helping.
But Paimon just saw you talking to Margaret about Prince.
Aha! So, Prince is the name of the feline fiend who thieved my spare astral iron strings. Though it gladdens my heart to see that the free-spirited ethos of Mondstadt is alive.
Prince is a mischievous little rascal, all right.
Indeed. Just like Barbados.
Yes, quite. I have a performance tonight, and without my spare strings, I shall have to disappoint.
What would a kitty cat want with lyre strings anyway?
Everyone knows cats go crazy for a ball of string.
What?
These lyre strings are made of astral iron, which contains animo energy. That makes them extremely durable, so I normally just roll them up in a ball to make that's a trick of the trade from a traveling.
The strings contain that'll help us. It's time for I'm unsure there must be some element.
Thank you all. Oh, take this fish.
Hannah, I will make you better.
Hey, look! Over there! It looks just like the cat Margaret was describing. So it must be Prince, right?
Prince! Where did...
We definitely had our work cut out.
Oh, Princey.
Looks like those two need some time to them. And here are your astral iron.
You found them! I dare say that a private performance played using these very...
Oh, now Paimon gets why you didn't go looking for your strings by yourself?
Anyway, thanks for the help. I'll be going now.
Lisa, are you here?
Oh, hello, darling. You're quite right. After I heard of...
Cool. Well, if we're no longer need...
Wait a moment. Actually, Charles here was wondering...
Please, I just took a rather important order. But unfortunately, we've run completely dry, and the delivery from the winery is behind. If it's not too much trouble.
What's so urgent about this?
It came in at the last minute.
Exactly. Hence the urgency.
I'm positive that next time my boss, Master D-Luke, is here, he'll pick up the tab for you.
Sounds about right.
The Angel Share booth will be open in Springvale.
Jules from Liyue. Come take a look.
Got it. I'll set off right away.
Amber, are you here to help out with Jean's
Oh, hi. Yeah, I was just getting ready. Who better than an outrider to mop up some...
Oh,
Sarah, what are you still stressing about?
you misunderstand me. I don't doubt your abilities. Another bizarre order came in just now. It's like they're hoping... Really? You don't mind helping? That would be wonderful. You really are the good hunter.
Yeah, well, those hilly churls are going to be a handful.
Well, why don't you take this order? Start by getting the ingredients.
Are you sure he can be trusted?
We're well past the point of aiming for perfection. This is now a fight to...
A fight?
For this dish we need... Okay, go and get ready.
Oh!
Have you brought me 3 sweet flowers and 3... That's every. Now, order number 7 is for one sweet madame.
And so begins the story.
You did say you'd help Good Hunter out. Any news on that sweet madame? One sweet This, since you cook so well.
Sticky honey roast?
That's right. The knights order it almost every. Let me teach you the recipe for it.
Wait, didn't you say it's your pride and joy?
With your cooking skills, I don't. As soon as that sticky honey.
Which one was that? I don't remember. It was 3-star. Ah.
I'm still waiting on one sticky honey. This is... Wow! Did you
Are we released from kitchen duty now?
Yes, thanks ever so much. If you ever get tired of being an adventurer...
So this is where
Have you come to rescue me? In all the time I've been working at the winery, this is the first time I've been robbed by Hilly. If you'd taken any longer, I don't know what I...
Fear not!
Just as well. Then please escort... And be careful with it. Just beating up the Hilly Churls is not the aim. I'll be waiting up at...
Wind Blade!
Don't be such a brute.
Disappear!
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Power core!
Thank you, my friend. I thought I was in deep. I'll put in a good word for you with the gen.
Think we're finally finished with the commissions we were doing for Jean. A day in the life of Jean really is hard work. Wonder how she's feeling now. Let's head to the cathedral and pay her a visit. Hi, Barbara.
Welcome back. You must be exhausted. Jean has regained consciousness and should be back to her normal self soon enough.
That's great news!
But she just left the cathedral. She tried to act like she was fine and kept saying she wanted to get some fresh air. I bet you she's gone to Lady Vanessa's place again.
Where?
Oh, that huge tree at Windrise? That place is dedicated to Mondstadt's hero, Vanessa. Jean goes there whenever she feels lost and confused.
Barbara, that's some pretty personal stuff. How do you know so much about Jean's innermost thoughts?
Jean, mentioned it to me, you know, before she left. That's what I'm worried about too. But I still have work to do.
Don't worry, we'll take over.
Great! That puts my mind at rest.
Lady Vanessa, I hope your watch over Mondstadt remains unclouded. I do not know if I, or the rest of the world, as you had hoped for, have become stronger. Huh? better. I was not expecting you to come here. Thank you for your concern.
Are you sure? We saw you beneath the tree just now, leaning on your sword. It looked like you were struggling. Are you sure you aren't pushing yourself too hard?
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. Hearing that boosts my spirits. But I must find a way to cope with minor setbacks like this on my own. Otherwise, how can I be the protector that Mondstadt needs me to be? The protector that Vanessa was.
You truly revere Vanessa, huh?
I do. Vanessa was the first Grandmaster, a kind yet formidable woman. I have always hoped to follow in her footsteps. As the Lionfang Knight, she courageously overthrew the oppressive ruling aristocracy of her time. Then, she founded the Knights of Favonius and became known as the Dandelion Knight, spreading grace and compassion throughout the land.
Dandelion Knight? Isn't that your title?
Actually, all of the Knights of Favonius Masters throughout the ages have inherited the title of Dandelion Knight or Lionfang Knight.
Oh, that makes sense now. You too want to be as gentle as the Dandelion Knight, and yet as fierce as the Lionfang Knight.
Yes, I know it sounds like a huge honor, inheriting both these, but I see it more as after all, it is a lot to live up to.
Paimon thinks so too.
Huh?
Jean?
Who's there?
Caught red-handed. Finally, an opportunity comes to get rid of the master in a moment.
How did they know about Jean's choosing this moment to strike as a low?
As long as my name is the Dandelion.
Since this opportunity has slipped away, I shall now be slipped.
Stop! After him!
Jean, you're still recovering.
No.
Jean.
I do trust you, but...
Fine, but
thank you.
Are you hurt?
How badly are you hurt? Oh, one of my own being injured Let me handle this.
No, you are in no state...
Okay, but before we move out, at least let me...
Thanks. You're...
Wind, hear me.
Alright, the sword is something. The attack also is something else. Yay.
Looks like our fates are intertwined. To think you chased me this far. Come on, face my brave subordinates. I put a spell on them to calm their fear of water.
Yeah, that's stupid. And the 5-star is nice, and the sword is huge. So does a huge bus.
Barbados, guide us.
Amp it up! Sacred name, fortune preserver, rise.
Looks like our fates are intertwined. To think you pushed me this far. Fine. Let me deal with you myself.
Disappear!
Thanks to Barbara's help, my condition is better than I thought.
The main thing is that you're safe. Now, is it—
Yes, I should at least go and thank Barbara again.
Master, you finally returned. The Animo Archon.
Swan, were you waiting for me?
Yes, at the Angel's Share. Don't worry, it's nothing big, but... Okay, I know I said it's nothing big, but... Alright, how can I put this? They just really need the acting Grand Master.
Huh?
Well, if you say so, Swan, I will go. I should not let the other... It's fine. Now that I have had the chance to stretch my legs, I feel much better.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
For goodness sake, what is happening to the world? Swan used to be the most honest fellow. Now he's dumping things onto Jean.
Well, Swan was clearly agitated. Maybe it is an emergency after all. Let's go and see what this is all about, shall we?
Maybe I'll get to see Master Ville more often during bilingual.
Hello? What's all this?
It's a thank you party for you.
A thank you party?
Jean, when we heard the news about your illness, we were all so worried about you.
We can only imagine how much pressure you must be under as acting Grand Master, and you do so much work all over Mondstadt.
We thought that since you so rarely take any time off, we'd take this chance to throw you a party. Enjoy yourself, Jean. After all, you'll never let us do this once you're back at work.
Jean? Huh? Is this Jean when she's shy? I've never seen her like this.
It's easy to forget that outside of work, Jean is just a normal person, like anyone else.
This is just all such a surprise. Thank you, everyone. This really means so much to me.
Well, it's nothing compared to the amount of work you do for all of us, day in and day out.
But there are so many things I still need to do.
Fear not. We wanted to make sure you could relax and enjoy yourself. So while you were away, we all pitched in and finished off your work for you. Every last task.
Did you really? Even the issue with the food deliveries?
It was no different from what we see on patrol. A couple of hilly churls. Didn't take much to get rid of them.
And the tax returns?
I spent so much time doing library admin. A few more pieces of paper to deal with.
Well, what about Margaret's missing?
Are you kidding me?
That rascally prince was apprehended by the brilliant honorary knight.
Enough already. No more thinking about—
It is my honor to work along— Speaking of work, it must have been hard work.
Actually, our friend here was the key. See all of this food and drink? Not only that, but he cooked each one of these, so relax already. There's no need to be so modest. Of course, we also have Master Diluc to thank for the venue. Otherwise, we would be looking at quite an alarming bill right about now.
Despite my initial reluctance to sponsor a Knights of Favonius event in any way, I, like any other citizen of Mondstadt, owe Jean my gratitude for her hard work.
Oh, all right. Jean's supposed to be—
Agreed. Now, let the party begin!
It looks like everyone seems to be partying hard. Paimon thinks we should join in the fun. Let's go and mingle. Oh, and Paimon thinks she saw Jean go upstairs by herself. Let's make sure the woman of the hour doesn't get left out.
Is it outside?
Oh, it is you. Yes, I am—
Uh-oh,
I want to thank you again. Either way, it is good to be here together, and
What's that?
I am definitely more of a Dandelion Knight than— The Lion Fang Knight represents Vanessa's past, a past in which she— But it was the Dandelion Knight that represented her hopes for the future, a future belonging to the newly formed Knights of Favonius. I do believe that Vanessa watches over us, whether from high up above or from the wind all around us. Let the wind lead. The winds of freedom will guide us.
Hey. Ouch. Now, what do I need? Precisely. Yeah. Let's do the mission until I think about it. Let's keep collecting. Maybe it will give us something better. Hey, it's not like I would have just fucked myself by it. Water. Shit. I got ice. Let's fill this up.
Yeah, yeah.
My ping got so high. I do that shit.
With the wind!
Pyrotechnics!
Opening box of Adeptitrix. Life goes on.
Shred till I'm dead!
You're in for a little shock. Blitz.
Feel the beat!
Windblade! Disappear!
Go. Fast.
Power cord!
Surrender and I'll be gentle. You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
Windblade!
Time to rock! Pyrotechnics!
With the wind!
You're in for a little shock.
Rise.
My, yep. Come a little closer. Blitz. Yeah.
Windblade!
Power cord!
Disappear!
Orders given. Orders received. Go.
Feel the beat! Shred till I'm dead!
You're in for a little shock.
Get huh? Hit!
Let's spark things up a little.
Power cord!
Last one. I hope it's last one.
Pay your dues.
Disappear! Wind blade!
Life goes on.
Pyrotechnics!
You come a little closer.
Right.
Hip, hop.
Yeah.
Amp it up!
Wheel of life.
Yep. You're in for a little shock. Hip.
You can't run from death.
Disappear!
Try not to enjoy this too much. Yeah. He. Hup. Yeah. Huh. Hwah. Hup. He. Huh. Hit.
The challenge is completed, but not. And let's heal up. The sandwich.
Opening box of Adepti tricks. Rise.
Wind blade! With the wind!
Feel the beat! Get. Huh? Blitz. He. He. Huh? Time to rock!
Again? Ah, come on.
Power cord!
Wind blade.
Wheel of life.
Come a little closer.
Feel the beat!
Life goes on. Like,
Come on.
Pyrotechnics!
Wind blade.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Power cord!
go.
Yay, 40. Save. Level adjustment of life is view can decrease. Hey. I'm gonna take 5. I'll be back. I'll be back after 5 minutes.
The Vision Hunt decree. Did something bad happen again?
Vision Hunt decree. Vision Hunt decree.
The Vision Hunt decree. Did something bad happen again?
Have you heard about the Vision Hunt decree?
The Vision Hunt decree. Did something bad happen again?
Have you heard about the Vision Hunt decree?
The Vision Hunt decree.
Have you heard about
Did
the Vision
something
Hunt
bad
decree?
happen again?
Have you heard about the Vision Hunt decree?
The Vision Hunt decree. Did something bad happen again?
Have you heard about the Vision Hunt decree?
The Vision Hunt decree. Did something bad happen again?
Or do?
Ad Astra at
Attack is good. Because it will increase my damage. This one also because I use it a lot. Yeah. Let's go. Next. Yep, keep it at 5. Alright, let's go to Sumeru. Yep. So I've been streaming for an hour. I think I might log up after half hour. I just want to see what is similar on these kind of thing. And then I'm out for today. I'll have to start farming today and tomorrow so that I can get something.
To Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information. But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby. Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? How did... Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us. Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be... What should we do now? All Alright then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we just need... Oh. It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? What's happening? Traveler?
What? Where the hell am I?
Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Hyman was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
This is Gandharva Ville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Collei. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Collei, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly. So, How are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He's chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Haypasia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense? Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Collei, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Whoa, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell, okay? Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right! Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know! What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Collei's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Collei!
All right, next let's see. Right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Collei, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Collei. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Collei could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharva for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Collei.
Yes, you can count.
So, Collei, what exactly? Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. No problems with this lamp. Good. The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Collei, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, The sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and... sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kinda weird.
It's alright, Collei. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
So that...
Yep, so please know that you two have... I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read it.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all.
You both have my thanks.
Looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below. Nice!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Yay! Food! What kind of goodies? Hey! Don't be a party pooper! It's not like Collei is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion. I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like. No, not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine. Oh, whew. Those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to. You really know. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include. Yay! Thanks, Collei! It's hard to believe someone is. Oh! Collei, don't you think that Tighnari's a little. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy. No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called. Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants. Sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting, but Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here. In fact, Master's the one who taught me. Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tighnari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here. Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why, is he going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while. Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Collei started to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! No! Don't touch me! Oh, sorry, Collei. No, I just... Collei, are you okay? What's the matter? No, I'm fine. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's... Huh? What was up with Collei just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Collei?
Oh, okay. Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Collei, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's...
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tighnari? What are you doing here? Where's Collei?
I came to check on Collei's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute.
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Collei has been dealing with for some time. Collei has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Collei?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Collei just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Collei told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Collei is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... well, because Collei asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Collei revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Collei? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Eleazar.
Eleazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Collei seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Eleazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Eleazar. Nevertheless, Collei's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Collei over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Collei and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Eleazar was completely stable for all the years that Collei was with them. However, Collei's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Collei is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Collei's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Collei wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that—
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her. Collei once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets— Though, I must admit that Collei's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharva Ville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long distance... All right. Now that I've told you about Collei's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Collei too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the Traveler.
No problem.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as Nilotpala lotus. It's often used to help those
Hey, Tighnari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilotpala lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharva.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon, never bring up the topic of flowers with Tighnari.
There should be Nilotpala lotuses growing. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
All right, we've gathered enough Nilotpala lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tighnari. Hey, Tighnari! We found...
Let me take a look. I'm quite glad you two came along.
Hey, Tighnari!
Oh, Tighnari! Someone's calling...
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tighnari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharva.
What's going on?
We just discovered a Withering zone.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. Rip, can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area. So we decided to come find...
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we...
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
Wait, Tighnari, why don't you...
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still on... There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rain. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think...
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the... As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate...
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro. Don't sweat it. We've helped others deal with similar situations before.
Wait, you've met other forest rangers before? I was planning to properly show you both how to identify... Anyway, since you two are experienced adventurers...
over there looks like a withering zone. Even though Paimon's seen one before,
All right, Traveler. We're about to enter the Withering Zone. Since you all... But please remember, don't push yourself. If at any point it becomes too much, you ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering Zone.
Propagate!
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
You've been a naughty boy. You...
Oh no. I'm gonna ruin my gloves.
Feel the beat! Shred till I'm dead!
life goes on. Fast.
Scatter!
Orders given. Orders received.
Germinate!
Here! Now, destroy the tumor of the Withering! Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like recently the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, if that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The Withering is leaving... For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of Withering Zones have started to increase, Collei's case of Eleazar has also become more serious.
Huh? But why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The Withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharva Ville.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back.
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken... Wait, is that... Oh no, Haypasia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Haypasia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first...
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it, huh? Paimon...
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Haypasia's cave to Gandharva Ville, Haypasia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey,
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Haypasia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you, because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Teyvat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Haypasia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really have...
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Haypasia. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. No.
Haypasia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Haypasia? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Get kidnapped again.
There you are! Haypasia, are you...
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait. Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh. Wow, this place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Come a little closer.
Feel the beat!
Life goes on.
Yep.
What?
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
I know where I am. In Azuma.
Scatter!
Oh, Rise. Let's spark things up a little.
Amp it up!
Propagate! Spring forth!
Propagate!
You're in for a little shock. Hup, hey, come a little closer.
Scatter!
Wheel of life.
Scatter!
Opening boss of Adeptitrix. Rise.
Propagate!
Feel the beat!
You're in for a little shock. Hey, come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy.
Scatter!
Pyrotechnics!
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Spring forth! Propagate!
Again.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Again.
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you. Bow before the Abyss!
Amp it up!
You're in for a little shock.
Wheel of life.
Scatter! It's a roar!
Power core!
Rise.
Blitz.
It's a roar!
Scatter! Feel the beat!
Come a little closer.
Power core!
Propagate!
Pyrotechnics!
Come a little closer.
Life goes on.
Shred till I'm dead! Power cord!
The world will fall!
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
do we do? We haven't... Oh, there she is! Quick! Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? Anyways, we can talk about this later. Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her.
Who is there? Tighnari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Haypasia. Tighnari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
I see. So, your friend. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought.
Well, actually, we were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was like.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature.
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Haypasia, just what kind...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small... In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh!
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tighnari mentioned... Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food or... Alright, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie...
Sounds good. Are you already finished cooking?
Let's use the... Oh, it's...
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia, you should know that some researchers spent their entire...
So why does this incense allow...
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to be naturally. Anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a...
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload. Hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of spirit-born ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've all... Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of spirit-born ale...
Well, that...
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life...
Whoa! You...
As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the... Which is why I must turn to the... If only my perception wasn't so limited. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that...
Whoa! So...
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight. And dead... However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have the...
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh. Is that true?
Yes. Well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the God of Wisdom, is keeping us awake. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly... Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. But I was free... just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. World... if only I could ascend past Satyavada like... If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me.
Now that we know Haypasia is all right...
wilderness is so much fun.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones, but isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know, once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharva Ville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Ghulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Haypasia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound.
Very good. Now that the Traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to—
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice.
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been— How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Immorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right! Tainari, we have something important—
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk— She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must—
Thanks, Tainari. All right.
Farewell.
I've been waiting for you two. Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Collei. We're headed to— Don't worry about me, and, But I guess now I understand that there's no need to apologize. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but— Thank you. That means a lot. Oh? It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give— Yay! Thanks, Collei. I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll— Well then, Train.
And let's start it here. Hi everybody, thanks for joining. We'll see you next time after a day. And we'll try to finish everything. So from today to tomorrow, I'll try to farm my level to get